Hey guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. Last time we spent forever doing this level, so now it is time to face off against the final enemy of the Phantom Menace. The Sith are revealing themselves. The first of Palpatine's many apprentices, this is Chapter 6, Darth Maul. The Trade Federation army has been neutralized by Anakin Skywalker, but the battle continues in the Royal Palace. Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi have one more enemy to face. And that's again really short text because of LEGO Star Wars 1, with how fast it moved. And it just didn't last that long in general. Right. We'll handle this. Sadly, the music does not open the door with Duel of the Fates, though that is going to be the main piece of music in the level. No lyrics, though, which I really don't get. And a weird slight graphical change to Darth Maul's model here. He actually has pupils. In LEGO Star Wars 1, his eyes are completely white, with no pupils at all, compared to that, like, orange with black pupils. Which definitely looks better. How did that not work? Alright, so you just got to catch these objects with the Force and then throw them back at Darth Maul. And then he sends more battle droids just to deflect their shots. But yes, we now do have Duel of the Fates playing. Weirdly no lyrics though, and I really don't know why. Because later on we're going to be hearing Battle of the Heroes from Revenge of the Sith. And that has lyrics. And I don't... If that has lyrics, then why can't Duel of the Fates have lyrics? And LEGO Star Wars 1, I can maybe understand it a bit better, because they didn't have the rights to Revenge of the Sith soundtrack at the time, because I think the game came out before the film did. And maybe that's why they couldn't get the lyrics to Duel of the Fates for whatever reason. I don't know why they couldn't get it this time. Because surely the rights go to the same people, don't they? I could be wrong, I don't know anything about like rights and everything like that, but that's my assumption. They're both John Williams, they're both for Star Wars. So surely Lucasfilm owned the rights, didn't they? All you had to do was ask Lucasfilm. I'm glad they don't give you studs for those, because that would be really annoying. Anyway, there's a few things you can do here, just to interact with though, but nothing else. Right, fix this, and there are these two. There's two levers here. You've got to be a little bit quick. They don't take that. They do give you quite a bit of time. If we lower this down, Obi-Wan is incapable of going under it. Lower this one down, and there we go. We open the door. You are timed for that, but you are given more than enough time. I will leave him. Now, there is one on the other side for whatever reason. It exists solely so you can also get a mini kit on top of that one. Which is weird because it can't fly anywhere. Let's take control of this thing. Yeah, what is this? I don't know what this is. It's really loud though. A lot of these rideable things are really loud. These ones, they only exist for studs. Why? I understand for the gameplay and collecting the studs, but why is this? Why are these levers here? Like, there's no door for this one. So why are these levers even here? You can raise that starfighter up, but it doesn't do anything. Right. I'm just going to attempt to stick to the upper path. The upper paths is the way you need to go, but there are a few studs you can collect on the lower paths. Right, now here's something that really annoys me. You have to double jump onto this. Your other character can just do that. And yeah, there's a load of stubs up there that we can't get to. Not until free play mode. Otherwise there's no way of getting up there. Yeah, this, for the most part, all this level is you're just chasing Darth Maul. Right, there's a mini kit's off to the edge here. Oh no, they got rid of that mini kit. Oh, okay. Yeah, that one now requires a protocol droid. Yeah, that was another purple stud, 10,000. That was a mini kit in the original version. And this one requires stormtroopers, despite the fact that stormtroopers aren't a thing yet. Clones aren't even a thing yet. Cypher DS hasn't even been to Camino. As far as I'm aware anyway, so how has it been able to do that? Like, that confuses me. How can there be stormtrooper panels? It's bad enough when you have a bounty hunter panel with a picture of Boba Fett on it. That's already confusing. But how do we get one with stormtroopers when the Empire's not going to be a thing for like 13 Star Wars years? Which alone I want an explanation for. How does Star Wars have years? Like, what are years counted in Star Wars? There's loads of planets. Like which planet is in it's the orbit of which planet? Hang on, I have the adaptive difficulty switched off last I checked. It has a really annoying habit of doing that sometimes. Sometimes the thing will stay off, other times it turns on, and it's really annoying. Lego Star Wars 2 has that same problem. I don't think I'm going to get the... Well, we do still have one room that gives you quite a lot of studs. Let's see if I can get it from there. Where do they come from? Like, we saw the platforms drop. How did the droidicas get on there? But then again, where are those droids coming from that are inside the boxes, I guess? But yeah, you needed to take out those commander droids. Alright, let's take care of the droidicas first. You can either get up close to them, you just attack them, or you can deflect their shots. Okay, in LEGO Star Wars 1, when you deflect their shots, it becomes a single projectile for some odd reason. Which I never got. Right, this is not going well. I lost both my studs. 2,000 studs. I hate droidicas. No wonder they're destroyer droids. Right, these give you a fair amount though. Unless you do that. Don't do that. Let's try that again. Right. Quite a few of them here. This is more like it. Yeah, now it's filling up the numbers. Let's grab the ones over here. Yeah, for the most part, this level really isn't that interesting. You're just chasing after Darth Maul. But it's not very long levels at the very least, so we're almost at the end. It's just I need to get everything. It's the only problem. I need to get everything. One of these has a mini kit on it. The only one I haven't been to yet, the one that's just to our left, has a mini kit on it. Which is, I think, the replacement for the one where that purple stud now is, because that would be where it is. There was never a mini kit up there in LEGO Star Wars 1. I don't think anyway. It's weird how they do change some of the locations. I should have Let's Played LEGO Star Wars 1, and then 2, and then the complete saga. Not that it makes any difference to the LEGO Star Wars 2 levels. They're all exactly the same. I believe, right? Now this room is the main grinding room for studs, which they have significantly butchered, as it seems. Like, every single one of these levers would give you studs, and they used to be able to interact with that thing. That would give me studs. This room will give you loads of studs. This is a good room to grind in. But that, well, it couldn't grind necessarily because you can only be in here once, but still. Why would you significantly butcher this room? What is wrong with you? Who made this game? Was it Traveler's Tales? No. First Crash to Insanity and now this. You're lucky I like Wrath of Cortex. And to an extent, Finding Nemo. Yeah. Bet you weren't expecting that, were you? Right. Final battle. Now with characters with lightsabers, annoyingly will always deflect your attacks unless you both begin to attack at the exact same time, which is really hard to do. Now with right timing, like that is your block breaker. Like you'll still be able to attack Darth Maul. This isn't working, right? I'm just going to do this the easy way though. Jumping attacks. It's your best strategy. Whether it's single jump or double jump, they can't deflect them. There we go. Like, he was attacking Qui-Gon, so I was able to attack him normally. You wouldn't normally be able to do that. You have two options here. You can either shoot the things back at him, which is a lot easier to do. Or you can lower this platform, which is easier to do when you get the Fast Force ability. Now, this part's a bit different. So I thought. Oh, they got rid of it here. In LEGO Star Wars 1, that's a bit different. In LEGO Star Wars 1, what you have to do is... you can attack him all you want, but nothing will happen, and then eventually he'll sort of like grab you with the Force. You can still move around for a little bit, but then he'll eventually lift you up, and then that will kill you. So you have to switch characters, and then they can damage him. I believe Count Dooku uses the same strategy. So it's a weird one. And I do like the legs here. You can still see them wiggling around over there. And thus, Darth Maul, a villain, played up as this big bad guy for the film, is killed off with absolutely no backstory whatsoever. Who is he? What is he? Guess what? We're never going to know the answer to that. He's dead, sort of. He was dead. Then Star Wars The Clone Wars happened. Then Solo happened. Now he is not dead. Though I think he finally dies in Star Wars Rebels. I haven't watched that, but I think Obi-Wan does eventually kill him. So much for exiling himself onto Tatooine. But anyway, that concludes episode 1. You always get a little cutscene at the end. That has the celebration on Naboo. Do love the music here. There's something about the sound of it though that does sound a bit weird. Maybe it's just a bit high pitched. I don't know. Sadly, it's a shortened version of the song. Why have you still got your hat on? I don't get it. Yeah, we don't see Qui-Gon's funeral, weirdly. But as we know, always two there are. No more, no less. A master and an apprentice. But which was destroyed? The master or the apprentice? Unsubtle close-up of Palpatine. They weren't being subtle at all, as if the fact that he wasn't played by the same actor wasn't a clue already. Right, you now have this unlocked. In LEGO Star Wars 1, you need... in LEGO Star Wars 2, sorry, you need gold bricks for these. Here, it just exists. And if you go inside... You have the super story, where you need to beat the story in under an hour whilst collecting 100,000 studs. And the character bonus, which you just play as any character you've unlocked, and you've got to try and get 1,000,000 studs within a time limit. The other one that's there is a mini-kit bonus, but obviously we haven't built any mini-kit sets yet, so we can't do it. They get a bit repetitive, but, you know, I don't mind them too much, except for the super story. I think the game could have done without the super story, because you're just playing through the game, through the episodes again, only slightly faster. But anyway, that was Darth Maul. Sorry, that was The Phantom Menace, I should say. A film I do enjoy, but is let down by its acting. That's my only real issue with it, but it does also accomplish nothing in terms of story, which is a lot less than can be said about The Last Jedi, which accomplishes plenty in story. By the power of interesting plot twists. Yeah, you think that... But now this is apparently a masterpiece. That doesn't make sense. You know what also doesn't make sense? How that also applies to this one. It is now time. Well, next time, we head into episode 2, Attack of the Clones. And I don't like Attack of the Clones that much. Frankly, it's rough and coarse and irritating, and it gets everywhere. So I will see you guys then. Everyone, what are you doing?